everyone, welcome to Secondhand Blasters. This is Normatico here, and it is a beautiful day up here in central Ohio. Of those things that I am back with yet another review for yet another Hasbro Fortnite crossover product. I'm talking about the Blue Shock. This blaster, it is a Fortnite version of the civilian AR-15 or also the M16. So I'm not gonna lie, this is a sharp-looking blaster. It does have the Blue Shock wrap to it, and this particular box comes with a code for the Beat wrap code for your game. This does retail normally for $39.99 at your local retailers. I was actually able to get this off of my Bullseye Deals eBay lister for only $17.99. So more than half off. I don't like to pay the Epic Games tax. We're going to see if I overpaid for this or if $39.99 is actually worth it. But yeah, we'll have to see. It says this comes with 10 darts and fast motorized blasting. Doesn't say that it's full auto. I guess that just means that I can pull the trigger repeatedly. So, you know, the box did come a little bit damaged, but I don't collect the boxes. And now for the unboxing. All right, so inside the box, we of course have the code. You get the banana clip, and you get 10 rounds of Nerf Elite darts that are specialty colored. They are like this weird white light blue with blue tip that matches the actual blaster itself. And of course, you get the blaster. Now, this blaster, I'm not gonna lie, this is a decent size. And from what I remember, because I have shot an AR before, this is good. This is really good size for this, for what this is supposed to model after. You know, of course, you have the carry handle here. You have no railing whatsoever, no Picatinny rail. That's not like an AR-15. Normally, an AR-15 does have Picatinny rail, so you can actually put a scope on. So this one does not. But that's okay. This is a toy. But the stock itself is not extendable. It is short, so you do have to kind of wing it, but the rest of the size of the blaster is not bad. I mean, I'm just sitting here. You know, you do require 4 AA batteries. Of course, if you wanted to do a 3S LiPo, you can go ahead and do so. You probably have to take out the wiring, take out the motors, swap out the motor cage with something. I'm assuming it's going to be like a Strife cage or something. I'm going to try to find out later on to see what kind of cage I have to put in here. And maybe put in some Valkyries or some MyShell motors and do a 3S LiPo upgrade on this. This is cool. This is pretty cool. Until then, though, we're going to go ahead and actually run this on stock AA batteries, and I might put in the 3.7s as well just to see what kind of boost they get with them. You do have a jam door right here, this little white jam door, that does not open with the clip in. Like that. So, that being said, you cannot rev either with the jam door open because the lock that measures whether or not you actually have the clip in takes care of that. Once you actually put the clip in, the jam door automatically closes. Of course, you could probably go ahead and modify that, remove those locks. As you can hear, I already put the batteries in. That sounds like your standard Nerf Strife rev up, but you know, it doesn't mean that the internals are matching a Strife. So we're actually going to go ahead and do a chronograph test on this really quick, and then swap out those batteries, and we're going to do an actions test as well as a range test. Okay, so it is time for the indoor accuracy test. We're gonna do 10 rounds using the Blue Shock. Obviously, I'm gonna beg your forgiveness because there's that bright light that's turned on there that is facing the camera, so there's a little bit of a lens flare. I'm not trying to be J.J. Abrams with my filming, but I kind of have to be right now. We are aiming down between the two doors, that way. And that is what the target area is. We are shooting elite darts, so I don't know if I'm gonna get very many to go right inside that center target, but we'll see how far off they are. So I was able to count only 3 that actually hit within that baseboard area and the center target as well. There were a couple that went way off, didn't even make it down the hallway because they veered so sharp to the right that they hit the wall. Most of them got close and then veered off suddenly to the left or to the right before. That's just because elite darts are the worst. Now for the long distance test. All right, everyone, so we are out front of Casa Normatico again. It's a beautiful morning here in Columbus, Ohio. Yes, I said where I live. Of those things that we're going to be doing the range test out front today, as opposed to going to the parking lot, only because, unfortunately, I'm in a time crunch and I want to get this done and out there for you. So, in case you haven't seen the other videos, the distance from here to the end of the driveway is about 35 feet. To get to the other driveway, that is approximately 60 feet. And then from there, it is 10 feet to the sidewalk. And then each actual panel is an additional 10 feet. So it is actually about 100 feet from garage to garage. Now, my neighbor's car is parked there, which means that I will probably end up shooting their vehicle. Don't worry about it. I've done that several times. We're actually pretty cool. Start with an angle shot. I went pretty far. Straight shot. So they actually went pretty far. I believe it was roughly 90 and 80 feet. This is with the 3.7 volt batteries, not the actual stock batteries that you would normally find at a store. So I'm gonna go and recover those darts and you'll see exactly how far they are in the pictograph coming up next. Afterwards, I'm gonna be giving you my final thoughts regarding the Blue Shock Blaster. So here are the final thoughts regarding the Blue Shock Blaster. I'll be honest with you, in spite of the fact that you cannot hit the broadside of a barn with this thing because the accuracy is just horrible. Elite darts, what can I say? I think this is a fun blaster. It feels really cool. It's comfortable to hold. When you actually load up the 3.7 volt batteries in this, you get some decent performance out of this. I honestly believe this would be a fun blaster to do a 3S LiPo conversion on. Maybe actually do a dual stage in here. I do not know what the internals look like because I haven't taken it apart yet, but I feel like there should be enough space in here, especially if the flywheels are right here. Look, this is pretty decent right here. You can actually probably put another set of flywheels in here. So you could easily get this thing to shoot out 200 feet per second with that. I will tell you though, it's comfortable. Ages 8 and up, absolutely. 4 regular batteries in here. You're not going to get too hard performance, so you're not going to hurt anyone with it. And in spite of the fact that it is very close to looking like an AR-15 or an M16, The color scheme of this, as long as you are not painting it to look hyper realistic, no one's going to confuse this for anything but what it actually is, which is a toy itself. It does have the outsized proportions of a Fortnite blaster, so it does look very kiddie, which is fine. This is what it is all about. It's about having fun and just having a good time with a blaster like this. The skin itself, look, I'll be honest with you, blue, I'm partial to it. You know, I'm partial to blue, I'm partial to purples. I think that this looks really, really cool. They do have another one, which is the Insightful Blaster, which comes in an orangish red color, and they're both around the same price. This one, it is $39.99. I believe that recently they've started to put it on sale for as low as $33.99. Is it worth that price? You are paying the Epic Games tax. I don't know if I would actually pay that much for this. However, what I did pay for it at the $17 rate, that's actually not bad. So, again, if you are on eBay, look for Bullseye deals. I recommend looking at them because you can actually find some really good stuff off there, and it's relatively cheap. You don't pay for shipping costs. You don't get a new in-box blaster in the sense that the box is pristine like you would find one at the store, but you can find them like this one, where the box has a little bit of wear and tear in it, but the blaster itself was brand spanking new inside, so definitely look them up. Now, is this good for an 8-year-old? Absolutely. I feel comfortable with letting G-Rex run around with this and play with it. I think that they would have a lot of fun with this one, especially if they're going to be having a real-life Fortnite battle in the backyard. I will tell you that this one is okay for backyard play, even though with the 4 AA batteries, the performance is not that great. The size of it, it makes it a little bit awkward for indoor play. But you can even do it in indoor play as long as you're careful and you're not going to run around and knock anything over by this barrel. So, because again, this is a decent-sized blaster. Obviously, Nerf has made some larger blasters before, so definitely this is not one to pass up if you can find a good deal on it. Of course, if you already have another blaster such as the other assault rifle ones, the ones that look like the AKs, I think you could go ahead and pass on this one maybe. Because it is pretty much the same thing, just a different shape. So, I do want to thank you all for watching Secondhand Blasters. I also want to go ahead and thank you all once again. We are over 100 subscribers. The next giveaway is going to be when I hit 200 subscribers. So, keep on liking these videos. Keep on sharing. Once we get to 200, I'll be doing another blaster giveaway. And of course, like I've said in the past, once I hit the monetization point, once a month, I will be giving away a free blaster, even if that means that I have to pay for it out of my own pocket. Until next time, keep on blasting.